For update 7.10, we have Ephemera 10 common manuals to earn. Today we'll go over what's on offer and what may be worth picking up. For the 5-star common manuals, these cost 300 Ephemera 10. Halloween Curtain Naga has a couple interesting, although niche skills. Dragon Experience, not really that useful. EXP is not an issue in Fae. Growing in Light is the AoE special that's shaped like a diamond. It's on a bunch of other demoted units. Curtain Naga's most interesting skill offering is Even Pulse Tide 3. If you have higher HP than a foe who has a charged special, then you inflict -2 cooldown on them, only on even number turns, and it only hits the lowest HP foe if multiple pre-charged specials are on the field. We just got Ephemera, who has her own Pulse Tide type ability, but lots of differences. For example, Ephemera does not affect defensive specials, but she can counter 1 cooldown times Pulse since her effect starts on the enemy phase. With that said, not easy to get these Pulse Tide skills. Odd Pulse Ties in the normal 4 Divine Code shop, but Curtain Naga is less investment. You can settle for Even Pulse Tide 2 if you also want Curtain Naga's inheritable Dragonstone, Lantern Breath Plus, if foe initiates or has more than 75% HP, grant +5 attack, inflict -5 attack, and inflict guard on the foe. Simple weapon, but there aren't that many dragons who need inheritable Dragonstones, and the ones who do have the Arcane Grima for a much larger boost in power. If you're grabbing Curtain Naga, it's probably for that rare Pulse Tide skill. Our other 5-star common manual is Halloween Female Grima. If you're spending 300 Ephemera, you really only have one fodder set to chase. You can get Noontime from elsewhere, so you should try to get Gold Dragons and Dragon's Ire 3 in one go. Gold only requires Spur Attack 2 or Spur Speed 2. It grants +4 attack and speed to dragons within 2 spaces. I'm a bit sad they haven't really tried to do updated emblem team buffs. Now, as for Dragon's Ire 3, it's a quick riposte with offense and a follow-up above 50% HP. Ideally, you want to try to get Dragon's Ire 4, where the follow-up attack works in the player phase, and you get an extra -4 attack and res debuffs. The tier 4 is on Halloween Male Corrin, who should be rerunning this month. Generally, at least for the tier 4, it's a decent skill since your defensive dragons get a better initiation. However, Arcane Grima also gives a follow-up attack, so that makes Dragon's Ire kind of redundant. Generally, it's going to be best on someone with a unique weapon who needs a follow-up attack. As an example, Na has a rather unique support effect on her Refine, so you may want Dragon's Ire, that's fine. Overall, the 5-star manuals this month are definitely a lot more niche than usual. I personally wouldn't mind having Even Pulse Tide and Dragon's Ire on hand, but these aren't widely usable by a large amount of units. Now, for the 4-star common manuals, these cost 100 Ephemera each. Little Lucius is a returning Tempest Trials unit, one of the rare non-5-star healers who got a unique staff, and he has insanely high base res. For skills, not the rarest offerings. At 4 stars you can get Heavenly Light and Distant Guard 3. At 5 stars Lucius has Martyr Plus and Attack and Res Ideal 3. If you're going to get Attack and Res Ideal 3, you're going to have to 5-star any of the free-to-play options, so you could also grab Distant Guard 3 at the same time. The lower tiers are on a couple free-to-play units. As for the healer skills, you can find them on a bunch of other demoted healers. Next, our most recent demote here is Elise. At 4 stars, you can get Heavenly Light and Attack and Res Gap 3. Elise is the only non-5-star with this Gap skill. At 5 stars, you can get Attack and Res Ideal 3 again, and then Restore Plus. Restore is actually one of the rarer healing assists. The only other demoted healer with it is Nana. Elise will then have the Trilemma Plus staff, previously only from Maribel. Trilemma inflicts a Triangle Adept status after combat. If you have Maribel, her Refine is a better Trilemma since it gives your team Cancel Affinity as well. We never really got another unit that messed with that kind of gimmick. Our last 3 manuals are year 1 units, so mostly only needed if you're a newer player for whatever reasons. Martre at 4 stars has Smite and Brash Assault 3, as the tier 4 version is good now. At 5 stars you can get Fury 3 if you're desperate, and he also has the Hammer Plus, which is effective against armored foes. Next is Oscar. At 4 stars you can get Rally Speed and Defense and Lancebreaker 3. At 5 stars you can get Spur Speed and Defense 2, just requires either Spur Speed 1 or Spur Defense 1. For his weapon, Oscar has the Sapphire Lance Plus, which is just a Triangle Adept weapon. Last up is Setsuna. At 4 stars you can get Reciprocal Aid and Bowbreaker 3. Reminder, Bowbreaker doesn't even affect the colored bows. At 5 stars you can get HP plus 5 and the Assassin's Bow Plus. This weapon has Dagger Breaker, also doesn't work against colored daggers. In the weapon refinery, it will evolve into the Guard Bow Plus, which has Distant Defense 3. Norn has the Guard Bow by default. That'll be it for this month's Ephemera. To be honest, not the best for general skill fodder. We have some dragon skills, and our newer 4 stars are healers. Personally, I'd like to have Even Pulse Tide and Dragon's Ire, so I'm fine with both 5 stars here. Be sure to use up last month's Ephemera though, or you're gonna lose it. Thank you for watching, go get those Ephemera Divine Codes, and I will see you in the next video.